So let's bring in advocates for faith and freedom, Attorney Julianne Fleischer, Maine Republican State Representative Laurel Libby, and XXXY Athletics owner Jennifer Say. Welcome to all of you. Jennifer, to you first. This bill in your state of Colorado says misgendering or dead naming your child could be construed as child abuse in a court of law.
It's terrifying, Trace. I left California thinking I was outrunning the crazy, and I ran headlong into it. It hasn't passed yet, but it makes misgendering or dead naming a discriminatory act, a hate crime, in fact, that could come with felony charges, and they want to reach inside your home and tell you how to parent your child. And if anyone thought any of this language nonsense with pronouns, etc., was just harmless, this is proof that it's not harmless, and we need to fight back with everything we have.
Yeah, it is. The last thing it is harmless. Representative Laurel Libby, lawmakers in your state of Maine sent a letter to the Trump administration slamming Governor Mills, Janet Mills in your state. It reads, the majority of adults and students in Maine do not support Janet Mills and her radical policy of forcing girls to compete against males in athletics. We believe Title IX and FERPA violations will continue under the leadership and inaction of Janet Mills. I mean, it's an 80-20 issue across the country, and Maine thinks somehow they're exempt?
Absolutely. The bottom line, over 2/3 of Mainers believe that biological males should not be participating in girls' sports, yet Governor Mills is doubling down on discriminating against Maine women and girls. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah. Meantime, we have MSN, Julianne, saying this, and what civil rights advocates say could be the first criminal case of its kind. A transgender college student was arrested at the Florida State Capitol last month after entering a women's restroom.
You know what this is saying is that biological males that think that they're women, they're above the law. And so we hope that Florida is going to take swift action against a student. They violated Florida law, and they deserve to be held accountable for it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Meantime, USA Fencing released a statement, Jennifer Say, that reads the following: athletes will be permitted to participate in USA Fencing sanctioned events in a manner consistent with their gender identity expression, regardless of the gender associated with the sex they were assigned at birth. I mean, Ted Cruz and others want this policy retracted. So far, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, Jennifer.
Well, I'm so thrilled to see Ted Cruz taking action. These national governing bodies like USA Fencing, there are many others that allow you to compete in the category that you identify with. USA Gymnastics is one, USA Fencing, there are many others, USA Cycling. But he's saying even though these organizations don't receive federal funding, they operate at the behest under a charter from Congress. And if they don't abide by federal law, they will investigate and potentially retract that charter so they can't operate anymore. So I'm glad to see that he's doing this. It is what needs to be done. We also need moms and dads and athletes across the country to stand up. I'm so proud of Stephanie Turner, who took a knee at the competition at the University of Maryland. I mean, she's a real hero.
Yeah. Meantime, Laurel Libby, your state is one, slamming your governor and then trying to cooperate with the Trump administration. And on the other hand, they're suing the Trump administration, saying, quote, Maine officials sued the administration of President Donald Trump on Monday to try to stop the government from freezing federal money in the wake of a dispute over transgender athletes in sports. Make up your mind, Maine.
You know, Governor Mills went to war with President Trump a month and a half ago. Everyone saw that. And this is a continuation of that woke agenda that is demanding to keep biological males in girls' sports in Maine. Whoever thought I'd see the day at Common Sense Maine would be suing the Trump administration to actively support discrimination against Maine women and girls.
Yeah, it really is unexpected. Meantime, the trans shooter, Audrey Hale, in 1,000 pages of diary entries, Julianne, the New York Post writes the following: the transgender school shooter who murdered 6 people at Nashville's Covenant School in 2023 raged about hating America and wanting to kill all the white kids. And in these 1,000 pages, she repeatedly goes over saying that she wanted to kill people in her own race.
You know what? This is what happens when there's a focus on gender and identity politics. We resort to violence. Not we. There are individuals that resort to violence, and it's uncalled for. It's unacceptable. But the reality is, Trace, is that there's such a focus and an emphasis on identity politics, and this is what's resulting in these problems across our nation.
Yeah, it really is. It's unbelievable. Julianne, thank you.